Hi everyone and welcome to Be The One. As you can see, Haley's not here tonight. My name is Alfonso. For those of you who don't know me, and I was just painting, that's why I'm dressed like this, you know. I was just painting everything in red, and of course not. I was just, you know, trying to understand Haley's quiz because she's not here, but she prepared an art quiz for you guys because we know you love arts. And well, as every day of the week, I have a cash prize of 100 euros for all of those of you who achieve a 400 score point and a 50 euro bonus for all of you guys who achieve a 960 point score. In order to help you do so, I will also give you for free 2 jokers, 2 multipliers, times 3 and times 5. They will help you to achieve this score. So you know whenever you're sure that you will answer correctly a question, you just press the joker button, like it's going to appear on the bottom part of the app, and then your score will be multiplied and you will become a winner. You know, enter to the cash prize of 100 euros, or even a super winner cash prize of 100 euros plus 50 euros. So you know everything now. Let's get started with this arts quiz. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with me. Who was the subject of the 1967 Andy Warhol printing that was purchased by the Tate Gallery in 1971? Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, James Dean, or Marilyn Monroe? I think you guys, this is a real gift because it's like so easy. This is probably one of the biggest pop art pieces of art in the whole world, and we're obviously talking about Marilyn Monroe. And in 1962, the Marilyn diptych is a silkscreen painting by, as you know, American artist Andy Warhol. It depicts obviously this amazing actress, and the piece is one of the artist's most noted works. It's in the collection of the Tate Gallery since 1971. And 61% of you guys answered this question correctly, luckily, because I was really worried. This one is really easy. It was a gift that I decided, well, not me, Haley decided to give you. Let's go with our second question. Which film deals with a millionaire art thief? Entrapment, the Da Vinci Code, the Thomas Crown Affair, or Angels and Demons? You know, millionaire art thief. Obviously, that's the kind of thief that really needs to be planned because, you know, like all of these huge works of art are usually in, like, not really galleries, but in museums. So lots of crazy security measures are taken. And that's actually the story in the Thomas Crown Affair. You know, there are 2 versions of this film. One that was filmed in 1968 with Faye Dunaway and Steve McQueen, and the 1999 version with Pierce Brosnan and Rene Russo. So the youngest players tonight will probably remember only the 1999 version. And 39% of you guys answered properly to this question. That's really good. Let's go to our third question of today. Which American illustrator is famous for his work on covers of the Saturday Evening Post? Al Capp, Andy Warhol, Norman Rockwell, or George Lorimer? You know, the Saturday Evening Post is it was by a very famous illustrator. You probably know the name by now. It's Norman Rockwell, and he's considered by many to be one of America's greatest artists. He was a master storyteller via canvas and paint, and his works capturing the triumphs and foibles of the common man are as popular today as they were in like many decades ago. So it was Norman Rockwell. And let's see how many of you answered this question correctly. But I'm seeing here that it's around 44%. Yeah, exactly. 44% of you guys answered this question correctly. So let's go to our fourth question of the night. Which artist created the 1962 piece Campbell Soup Cans? Andy Warhol, David Lipsitz, Joseph Beuys, or Joan Miro? This is another great gift that Haley decided to give you today. We're talking about a very popular piece of art that, you know, followed a tendency of appropriation of familiar images from consumer culture and mass media. And this is obviously the work of Andy Warhol. Sorry, Andy, I don't know why I said Andy. It's Andy Warhol. And, you know, among these elements of pop culture, he decided to depict celebrities as Marilyn Monroe and tabloid news, photographs, comic strips, and in this work, the widely consumed Campbell's soup cans. And 44% of you guys answered this question correctly, which is really, really good because it was very easy. You cannot deny that. And let's go to our fifth question. Where is the Guggenheim Museum? In New York, in Los Angeles, in Florida, or in Miami? You probably know this one. This is another really easy question. This quiz doesn't sound very, very Haley because, you know, her quizzes are very difficult. But today I think she was really, really kind today because she knew it was me and I'm not really big in art. But obviously this Guggenheim Museum is in New York, and there are actually four Guggenheim museums around the world. However, the museum in the US is based in New York, and the other Guggenheim museums are in Venice, in Bilbao in Spain, and in Abu Dhabi. So if you ever want to visit a Guggenheim Museum, you've got many, many options in different continents. So 56% of you guys answered this question correctly. Good. Let's go to our sixth question of the night. Picasso's Dora Maar with Cat was sold at Sotheby's, New York, 2006 for approximately how much? 95 million, 55 million, 24 million, or $7 million. You know, these works of art are just sold in crazy amounts of money. And there are crazy stories behind, like you probably knew at Sotheby's as well, the recent scandal with this Banksy's piece of art that auto-destroyed itself. It was really, really weird. And the Dora Maar with Cat was sold for $95 million, which is just like a crazy amount of money to have like in your living room. So hopefully it was like a museum or a big gallery that bought this, because particulars buying art is just like crazy expensive. So 29% of you guys answered this question correctly. Good. Let's go to our seventh question of the night. St. Petersburg, Florida is the home to the museum of which famous painter? Salvador Dali, Pablo Picasso, Andy Warhol, or Claude Monet? St. Petersburg, Florida. You probably didn't even know there was a museum in St. Petersburg, Florida, but there is one. And actually, we're talking about the Salvador Dali Museum in this city, in St. Petersburg, Florida, dedicated to his works. And it houses the largest collection of Dali's works outside of Europe. So it's maybe worth a shot going to this place in Florida. If there's anyone from St. Petersburg, Florida, just say hi through the social networks and tell us if it's really worth it or not. So 32% of you guys answered this question correctly. Good. Let's go to our eighth question of the night. Artist Jackson Pollock passed away in what decade? 1970s, 1980s, 1960s, or 1950s? You know, this American painter and major figure in the abstract expressionist movement. When did he die? You know, he was really well known for his unique style of drip painting, and he died on August 11, 1956 in New York in the US. So it was in the 50s when he actually died. Let's see how many of you guys answered this question correctly. I'm waiting for the stats, but I think it's like 20% of you guys, like maybe 20, 22% of you guys who got this one correctly. This was not that easy. Yeah, exactly. 20% of you guys answered this question correctly. Good. So prepare your jokers if you haven't played strategically. Now is the time to do so. So let's go to our ninth and last question of the night. The Shepherd Fairy painting of Barack Obama features what word? Destiny, hope, forward, or vote? This is also a very, very famous painting. So I'm sure you guys will have no trouble answering this question because it's really, really, really easy as well. Like for the last question, it's really, really easy. It's a huge gift, and I really have lots of hope because it's hope what's written in this image. You know, the Barack Obama Hope poster is an image of the ex-president of the U.S., designed by Shepard Fairey, which was widely described as iconic and came to represent his 2008 presidential campaign. And I'm sure all of you guys, or most of you guys, have seen this painting at least once in your life, because it was so huge back in the 2008. We all saw this image of Barack Obama in, I think it's blue and red with the words hope. So let's see how many winners we have tonight here on Be The One. I'm waiting for the stats, but I'm really hoping that we have lots of winners. And that's good. So we have 281 winners that will share the 100 euro cash prize. And we have nine super winners that will take home €5.91 tonight. So that's not so bad. So if you speak Spanish or if you don't speak Spanish, it doesn't matter. Stay with me. I'll be hosting in an hour or so the Spanish quiz. And if not, well, take care and see you very soon on Be The One. Bye.